Okie doke. Let's continue. Okay, let's see. Zoom in a bit here. Put me over here somewhere. And away we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had to start a little bit later today. I just had to go to the grocery store. My hand is a little bit shaky today. Hey, what's up, Ben? Do you do Thanksgiving stuff faced with food? Is today Thanksgiving? I thought tomorrow was Thanksgiving. I mean, yeah, we celebrate with the family. Celebrate Thanksgiving. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So if tomorrow's Thanksgiving, then I probably won't be streaming because I'll be doing family stuff. Atlas the Clown, hey, what's up? How you doing? This is the stream we're drawing today. Yep. Yep. You ever think about the fact that if you order a topping on only half of a pizza, that they won't specify what half, you could get overlapping sections of half a pizza? They don't even specify that half of the pizza has to be connected. I think there's just a lot of assumption going on when it comes to pizzas. This one, goddamn. This one better. Mm-hmm. Hey, Desk One, what is up? How you doing? How you doing today? It's a beautiful day in paradise today. Lovely. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. I didn't put on any music because I figured this way you just put on whatever music you want. I tuned into Cody Shibby's stream the other day, and he has music playing, and it's like quite loud, and sometimes you want to just like, you don't necessarily want to listen to whatever the streamer is listening to. And I figured maybe my music or whatever music I was playing might just be like annoying people, so I figured why not just try it without any music. Silence is golden. Yeah, gotta have the cracks in the ceiling. Just lay down my own sick beats. You believe me, you don't want that. It looks like they're on a train. Like the back needs to be like right here, but this just keeps going. It doesn't make any sense. Is it my Jim Carrey number? Is it the one that he wrote all over himself in that one movie? What is it called? 23 or something? I've never seen that movie. What is it about? I mean, I guess my main question is how funny is it on a scale of 1 to Jim Carrey? Or should I say on a scale of Jim Carrey to funny? Jim Carrey thinks the number 23 is controlling his life. Whoa. What would be so wrong with that? Like, what? How is that a problem? Like, so what? That's awesome. Then you should just be like, I'm just gonna buy the 23 lottery tickets because then I'll just hit the lottery because 23 babies. Or does it not work like that? Does it only affect him in like negative ways? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not funny intentionally. I remember when it came out, and I remember seeing like the cover of it. It's like Jim Carrey's face, and there's just 23s written everywhere. That's funny because 23 is my fiance's lucky number. Or favorite number. I guess it's just like it's just the numbers that we like. I just like 27 and she just likes 23. Yeah, it's the psychosis that makes people think the numbers control their life. 23andMe. Yeah. 23andMe doesn't just control everyone's life, it controls everyone's previous lives too. Twenty-three and Me probably sell their all their DNA to the U.S. government, all their information. They're like, here. Probably doesn't do anything, but here. Conspiracy theories. I feel like Dale Gribble. I am Dale Gribble. Alright. So I'm just trying to shade in these little claw things here. And the reason it's taking me so long to shade is because I'm kind of. I think I mentioned before, there's no established light source, so I'm kind of just adding shadows to stuff, but they're not necessarily going to make sense. But yeah, it'll look cool, I think, but the I need to work on perspective, composition, I need to work on lighting. When you're self-taught, there comes a time when you realize that you haven't learned very much from just teaching yourself, and you have to learn more. Okay. So now these things probably. Okay. Oh yeah, whoops. A game theory. Goddamn, speaking of games, I've been stuck on the thief thieves guild for like 2.5 hours. I don't know what to do. I mean, I could look it up online, but I'm pretending like it's 1998 whenever I play that game. So if anybody's got a Game Shark I could borrow or something. Ooh, Game Genie, perfect. That'll work. I'll just uh I think with things like that, they work with PC being in a close proximity. So if I just duct tape it to the side, should probably work. I just realized something. Um, is the Matrix like just a different version of the movie They Live? Because it's almost the same thing, like similar concept. It's about one guy who sees through all the bullshit. He's got the he's got the red pill glasses. Yeah, pretty much. They both have cool fight scenes too. Yeah, they do. Like where homie's trying to get his friend to put on the glasses and it lasts like 10 minutes and they beat the living crap out of each other. Good old Roddy. Good old Roddy Piper. Rowdy Rhonda Piper. You must not speak ill of the dead. Rest in peace, Roddy Piper. You ever see him on Always Sunny as the maniac? I watched some of the new wrestling group recently, the one with Chris Jericho. Everyone was impressive, but Chris Jericho. Isn't he like, I don't know, 55 years old? I'm amazed the guy's still standing. His arthritis is really hurting his career against 23-year-olds. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be in his position. My God, having to wrestle a bunch of people younger and probably hungrier. Do you ever watch any of that hardcore like Japanese wrestling where they use staple guns and bash each other with light bulbs and throw barbed wire at each other? That crap is insane. Yo, what is up? Put a skull on it in the house. Jump, 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 jump. This group has some of those guys. Oh, jeez. One second. Haha, some packages. But not for me. Not for me. These packages are for my fiance. I found some old coffee in the fridge in a to-go cup. I think my fiance left it. But free coffee is free coffee. Ah, hazelnut. Delicious. Okay, where was I? She refrigerates her Starbucks? No, it's just when she comes home, if she has like coffee left over, I'll just put it in the fridge because sometimes she'll finish it later. And sometimes I end up finishing it. I just noticed the stop and don't stop sticky notes. Yeah. These ones over here. There's a whole sticky note battle going on in this where it's just like no, yes, yes, no, no, yes. So I imagine some crew members are just like, they're just going around putting up sticky notes just for the hell of it. And another one is just like doing it too. I recently started trying milk and sugar with tea and it works nicely. I recently tried stevia in my tea and I'm used to it now. What is stevia? Is it like what's it made out of? Oh, hello. There's those. Yeah, the 40 pizzas just arrived. Is stevia leaf? I don't even know what that is. I gotta look that up. Sorry, guys. Yawning. Oh, balls. Sorry, I just had to get those little lines in there. Okay. It's so funny how on on my worst days the time seems to go the slowest. I didn't know you can make the emotes grayscale. That's pretty cool. Mickey, come here. What are you doing? Come here. Come on. Worst day for what? Oh, today's just kind of a funny day. It's just like just a little bit off. It's not the worst day ever. Just my head's kind of like uh full of like just feels like it's full of like some like soft stuff. Like I can't really think straight. It's Thanksgiving Eve. It's yeah, Thanksgiving Eve, huh? Who knew? Uh, oh. Mm. Hmm. Oh, 3 bits. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Hey, Randy, how you doing? Doing some pre-cooking. Yeah, no, no. Thanks for tuning in. Oh God, it's not even been an hour yet. 2005, and that is the newest vehicle I have ever had. 63 Bug, 78 Toyota truck, 82 Ford Ranger. Guess that makes me a hobo. Hobo is gender neutral, but also I don't think hobos own vehicles. I think the trademark of a hobo is that they either walk or they will jump on a train. Hopping the rails, yeah. Hopping the rails, hopping the rails, eating some snails, hopping the rails. Saw a good hobo video yesterday on the internet. I've met hobos with cars. Every rule has its exception. There needs to be a new word for a hobo with a car. A Rolo hobo. Rolla hobo. Mobile hobo. Hobo mobile. Speaking of hobo mobile, lots of homeless people have phones these days. Somebody should offer just a homeless exclusive plan called Hobo Mobile. Capitalize off those poor bastards. You gonna design your stream deck button sometime? I want to be there for it if so. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, look at this handy dandy nifty little switcheroo that put a skull on it generously sent me. And so the little keys come off, and then you can take the little caps off the keys, and you can I can put images in there, which is pretty sweet. I might just color code them. I don't know. It's a good idea to put little pictures. Also, I need to find a... Oh, I have this cable. Yeah, I have one of these. I have a bunch of those, actually. Yeah, I have a bunch of... Yeah, thank you very much. Very, very cool. I have a lot of stuff to do in terms of, like, for to improve the stream. There's quite a few things. I guess I haven't done anything for a while, just because there's wedding things that I need to be doing and whatnot. Wedding preparations. All right. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that after the wedding, hopefully I'll get all that lined up and taken care of. I was sitting in my garage yesterday, because that's where I'm trying to set up like a little workspace kind of thing, so I can use my tools and whatever, my paints. And I was looking at how many different things I've collected over the years, like in terms of just like personal stuff, Warhammer crap, toys, I don't know, clothing, just different things that I would like to use them, but I just don't have time. And realistically, I don't know if I ever will have time. And it was a bit of a depressing thought to know that. Because it seems that as time goes on, I only become more and more busy. There seems to be less time to do things. Glad to have made it and sent it out. It was a fun build. I made some Q1 too. Hell yeah. Yeah, 3D printing is really rad. The fact that we can print anything these days. We can 3D print with freaking metal too, which is amazing. It's really cool. Fantastic technology. Time is such a hard thing to come by. Yeah, I'm really bad at scheduling. And I'm bad at sticking to a schedule because there's things that, don't abide by the schedule. So it's kind of hard, but I don't know. Well, like for example, I've been your Breaking Bad habits beanie is super comfy. Oh, that's, I'm glad you like it. Uh, but yeah, I think one of the things that my concrete example is that like thinking about how I want to do like more Warhammer terrain or just more Warhammer stuff in general. Um, but when I have free time, I don't have a workspace for Warhammer stuff, so I just inevitably play video games. So it really comes down to having like a space to do your hobbies or whatever. So I guess what I'm saying is that there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but I don't necessarily do it because I feel like it might be a waste of time because I won't get anything out of it financially. I might only get something out of it like experience wise. And my brain has been programmed to be like, well, if you're not getting anything out of it like financially, then why do it at all? Oops, a little bit too much black there. What happened? Wait, what did I say? Oh crap. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll just be quiet. That's another thing I found out though is if I talk about uh if I talk about my financial or whatever my not even financial my kind of like the relationship my brain has with finances, I guess. If I bring it up with my fiance, it's like it's kind of an awkward topic. finances are always awkward, and that's why I think life becomes awkward because I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I constantly am like, I find myself measuring my time in like how I perceive like it's valued. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just think too much about things that I shouldn't think about, I guess. Something like that. Oh, that light looks better. Or yeah, I guess I've decided that's a light fixture now. I have a hard time not trying to monetize my hobbies because it feels like I'm validating them. Well, see that's a see for me art kind of is a hobby, and I need to monetize it so that I don't have to get a real job. So it's this it's yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. Here I am, a 37-year-old man playing games all the time, but if I make money doing it, it's allowed in my brain. Well, essentially, yeah, like that's kind of like the breakdown of it is, and that's why I started streaming, is because in my mind, I thought, okay, if I could get enough people to watch me do, you know, drawing or making art, then eventually I could, basically do anything on stream, like creative wise, and people would watch it. Therefore, I would be able to monetize um, my talent or whatever. So like when that when that does like when it doesn't work out, when something doesn't work out as well as you think it will, I guess it's easy to get discouraged. Um, Especially because I put a lot of like time and effort into streaming, but it's again, it makes me I don't know. It's an interesting it's interesting how my brain works. I'm trying to figure out all that crap. Like how to not feel guilty for just relaxing. And it's weird because I don't feel that guilty for playing video games yet. I mean, I still do feel guilt. I just am able to suppress it better. I think I've just experienced with suppressing that guilt. Um, yeah, so I'm kind of stuck in the like I need to be monetizing my brand or whatever. I need to be making more shit to sell. And And instead of that, I was like, okay, well maybe if I can, monetize streaming, then I won't have to do that stuff. I won't have to sell merch or whatever. I could just make art. And it turns out that if you want to support yourself making art or whatever, yeah, you definitely have to, like, I don't know, you definitely have to, if you're not selling t-shirts, you're not, you gotta just keep selling the art. But I don't know. I just, basically what's going on in my head is just a big bowl full of porridge kind of sloshing around. I'm very, very confused about a lot of things. There are some points when I just kind of like sit back and I just full on don't understand anything that's going on around me. I think it's both, because if you're making art in public view, people are gonna want the shit you make. Personally, I wish I had a ton of your work in print and on shirts and hoodies and stuff, so the merch comes with the territory. Yeah, I guess the problem is that the only time I ever really, like, the brand was somewhat successful was when my fiance was helping me full time, because I'm only really good at creating the content, um, but talking to the suppliers, or sourcing garments, choosing how many sizes of each, how many of each size to print, choosing what colors, choosing which designs, choosing what time to release them, how to release them, with, like, there's all this shit to just making, like, people are like, yeah, I want a print of that, or I want a shirt of that, and it's like there's so much more to just, like, I mean, sure, I could go back to Threadless or whatever and then get all my work plagiarized again, but then people will be able to buy shirts with my crap, and it's just like, if I want to make stuff to sell, I want to make it nice. And if I'm doing that, then I'm not drawing. And if I'm not drawing, then I'm not, like, happy. So it's like, it's this fucking catch-22. No, print on demand was the reason why I'm, like, struggling with money right now, is because of Threadless, because like 200 of my designs plus got plagiarized off of Threadless, which is print on demand. And it's like, I hate print on demand. That quality is so terrible. I personally only own one thing that's print on demand, and it's because my fiance gave it to me, and I don't think she knows that it's, like, the quality is as bad as it is. But that's the only reason I keep it. And it's like, print on demand is just, it's fucking bullshit, dude. It's like, there's no longevity. It's just a gimmick to sell people shit that's like, it's like disposable clothes, man. It's like tissue clothes. Like, clothes are like, t-shirts in general are just getting thinner and thinner, and they're being marketed as like, oh, it's comfort, it's fucking comfortable. And it's like, dude, you know what a comfortable shirt is? A fucking thick, good shirt that you break in, that you buy it and you wear it a few times and you break it in and it becomes soft because you fucking broke it in. Like, you shouldn't buy a thin, stretchy shirt and then wear it like 3 or 4 times and then it fucking, like, it's like a weird shape. Like, and that's all Threadless is. It's just they churn out garbage, and they don't protect any of their, like, artist designs, because it's not really in their interest to. They don't give a shit. So yeah. But without a thing stretchy shirt, how will I show off these guns? Yeah, I know, right? It's like the only time I buy new clothes, new t-shirts is if I'm like supporting an artist who the only way they fucking make an income is by selling t-shirts. So that's why I buy fucking t-shirts. That's why if you go in my garage, I have a big fucking box, like a big, like, I don't know, like this big, like a tub that 2 humans can fit in, full of just t-shirts of different artists that I've never fucking worn because I just buy their shirts just to support them because I know what that's fucking like. Like that's how I make a living. Like I sell fucking t-shirts, and it's like I don't have the time or the manpower to even go and fucking order more t-shirts because I have fucking wedding shit to take care of, because I have a dog to take care of, because I have to fucking go grocery shopping, because I have to fucking cook dinner, because I have to do other shit. It's like it's none of that I would change. I love my life. The thing that I'm trying to stress is that if I wasn't being fucking plagiarized, I wouldn't have this fucking problem, you know? If people were honest and fair and decent and were willing to pay for shit and just not steal it, I wouldn't be fucking in this boat. I wouldn't even be streaming right now. I would be fine. I wouldn't be fucking worried about shit. But as it stands, I have to be, because there's people, like, the reality of the situation is that there are people out there who have made far more money off of my work than I have. And that's the reality of it. Because these people, it's not that they don't work, they just work in a different way. They work with fucking, you know, it's that I guess that's the burden of being a creative person, is that once you make something, it's basically no longer yours. Like, as soon as I'm done with this and I can try and sell prints of it or whatever, the reality is that somebody's going to find a way to utilize this design in a better way than I have, and they're going to find a way to fucking flip it and market it better than I can. So the money's inevitably not going to go to me. You know, I had this talk with my wife the other day, and we both think that a lot of people don't even know or realize what they're buying is stolen. That's exactly the point. And take it one step further, they don't care. They don't care. Most people don't care. If you told every single one of the people who was buying, they bought something stolen, I think maybe like 1 out of 3 people might be like, oh, that sucks. I think the other 2 out of 3 would just be like, I just like the design. Like, I just bought the design. I gave you money. Like, what do you care? You know? And yeah, that's, like I said, if people were decent, we wouldn't have this problem, but people aren't fucking decent. The thing is, when you're pirating a movie or you're pirating music, it's different because movies are made by fucking huge corporations, and independent movies usually aren't pirated because nobody's fucking watching them. All right. And music also, as you guys know, isn't made by many independent creators anymore. It's like somebody starts off as a SoundCloud artist these days, SoundCloud, and some fucking industry fucking executive sees this kid and they're like, all right, we're going to silently fucking industry plant this kid all the way to the top. Like, look at Lil Xan. Fucking perfect example. That kid's not even in control of his own fucking life. Like, so music and movies, you should pirate, because fuck the people who own the rights to those things. They abuse that wholly. Hollywood, fuck them. Universal Music, fuck them. Spotify, fuck them. And that's the thing about fucking 2D shit, like 2D art, is like, and people will give you the argument of, oh, NFTs, oh, crypto art. And it's like, do you fucking seriously believe me to expect that every single artist, starving fucking artist who's putting ink to paper, has a fucking crypto wallet, has access to a laptop, has access to a smartphone, Some kids, some fucking people are just scraping fucking sticks through the dirt drawing pictures, you know? And what, like NFTs are supposed to fucking save the artists? Like fuck that too. Fuck all that, man. And it's like I saw this shit pop up on Instagram. Some young artist who's like selling NFTs, and it's like, oh, I've made all this money, but then I've donated it. And it's like, do you know what you're doing by donating money? You're just fucking giving money to people that you don't even fucking know. You don't know where the fucking money goes. What, it's just like a tax write-off so that you can feel good about yourself, so you can post it to social media like you did, being like, oh, I'm so excited about it's like, really? And then you take a look at the art that people are making for NFTs, and you look at, say, like the person is a real artist, because it's pretty rare that people who make NFTs are actual artists these days. If you do find an actual artist making NFTs and you look at their body of work and you look at the shit that they're making into NFTs, half the time they're fucking different. They're just different because they're not trying to preserve their art or their craft or whatever. They're just trying to make a quick fucking buck. And I'm so sick of money. I'm just so fucking sick of everybody being like, oh yeah, the hustle, like embrace the hustle. And it's like, embrace fucking each other for once. Like, why does everything have to be a goddamn competition between everybody? Like, what the fuck is that all about? Why? Like, what are you going to do with all the money that you spend? What the fuck do all the richest people do with the fucking money that they have? What do they do with it? Like, if you ask a child, any child that's like before the age of 8, that comes from fucking nothing. And if you ask them like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or like, what interests you? Those kids still fucking have imaginations. They haven't been crushed by a fucking system. And those kids could fucking come up with all sorts of shit to do with the money. But it's like the people who have all the money, they're so bored and disenchanted with fucking life that all they can do is sit on the money and then just get more money. It's just fucking... It's fucking stupid, man. I'm sick, dude. I'm sick of it. And it's like, all I want to do is draw pretty pictures and share them with people. And people are like, oh, that's cool. I'll fucking steal that. And fuck you. And it's like, cool. Life is good. And people are decent. But there are systems in place that make people act like fucking animals, man. And that's actually not true, because animals act on instinct. We don't. We act like fucking just like we've been trained to do this. We've been trained to fucking like look at each other with jealousy. It's disgusting, man. It's fucking gross. I'm sick of that shit. And it's like nobody talks about it. They just talk about, oh, like, you know, with the new fucking movie coming out, or with the new goddamn balls deodorant that I'm gonna get. Like, the fuck, dude? Like, who gives a shit? Goddamn. How does the quote go? Capitalism preys on the worst qualities of humanity. I mean, the thing is, capitalism itself isn't that fucking bad. Like, if you like, every single concept of any like social movement or any kind of thing can be taken way out of proportion. And like, capitalism without morals, without ethics, is what we have today. But like, capitalism in itself is like taking nature, turning it into a product and selling it to people on its own. That's not a bad thing if it's sustainable, but there are no regulations for that there's no checks and balances. There's no like, there's no minutia, there's no gray area. So there's nobody talking about it. So it's like, yeah, there's this black and white, like, oh, capitalism bad. When in reality, capitalism okay. It's just fucking people are just fucking need to like each other more. No, man, you didn't ruin my day. This is the stuff that's like always in my head. And the thing is, like, I get fired up about it because I care. I was telling, like, this is the crazy part is that um I was telling my wife, like, or my fiance this morning, that I've spent like the last 15 years of my life like in a drunk stupor, and everything that was going on around me, I was like, I don't care, like I straight up I don't care, and fuck the world and whatever. And now that I'm like, now that I have a woman in my life and I'm like, well, I don't drink anymore, and I do have like thoughts about my future and our future, and I'm just like, fuck, I'm worried. I'm worried about right now. Like, I'm worried about how shit is right now, And it's like, if shit's like this right now, I don't want to think about the future at all. It's weird. I get too much up in my head sometimes about these things. And I know for a fact nobody wants to engage with this kind of talk, because it makes people feel uncomfortable. It's like that scene from They Live, where the guy where Roddy is trying to get his friend to put the glasses on so that he can see through the bullshit, and his friend just he won't put the glasses on. And that's like what I encounter most people that I talk to. I'm fucking Roddy Piper, and everybody else is that guy. And and I think it's because freedom hurts, man. My wife is on Instagram a lot, and she says that only recently, because of you and other artists she follows, is aware of all the art piracy. She's consciously made efforts to buy prints directly from artists and to support monetarily, etc., more than just clicking like. Well, I definitely appreciate that a fuck ton. And the thing is, with a lot of people, how are they supposed to know that art is pirated? Because a lot of the time, the people who are pirating the art, they don't even know that the art is pirated, because my stuff is being sold as like graphics packages. And the people buying it probably think, oh, this is just the artist selling his fucking graphics packages. So a lot of the people that I've like confronted on Etsy and this and that, who sell like my stickers and that, they can't know that it's stolen, because nobody would have ever told them unless like I had written to them, So there's I guess that's the uphill battle, is that my work is all over the world. It's global, and a lot of people don't know that it's my work. And then, I mean, I don't mind the not getting the recognition for it. That's not really what I care about. It's just the struggle of constantly having to be like, yo, please just pay me for my work. A lot of people, especially millennials and younger, want to know where the shit they buy comes from and care about where it comes from. Just keep telling your stories and keep the conversation going. Well, here, like, I'll show you something interesting. These glasses right here, I worked with this brewery, Troon. We recently stopped working together just because I kind of fucked up on some communication, and because of me being a dick, I kind of fucked over the working relationship with these people. But these glasses, I designed a few different glasses for them. And I think this was like maybe the third set or something. But anyways, like ever since the beginning of working with this brewery, I said, hey, could I get copies of like whatever I make for you guys just for my own archive? Because I designed 4 T-shirts for them. This is part of a set of 3 glasses. Then another 2 glasses for them before that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that I've done a lot of work with these people. The only time they sent me anything was this last time that I did these ones for them. And it's interesting because I messaged, I got a few messages from people on Instagram saying, oh, hey, where can I buy these glasses? And I said, oh, I redirected them to True. And I said, okay, they sell these glasses when they come out, blah, blah, blah. And then the people were like, oh, yeah, we can never get them from True and blah, blah, blah. But like they sell on eBay for $500. And I was like, wait a second, hold up, what? And the guy's like, yeah, like, somebody puts them up and then they get up to like $500 on eBay. And I'm thinking like, I have to negotiate my goddamn balls off just to get, a job that'll pay me $500 when something that I didn't even make with my own hands, with a design that I drew on a piece of paper and got paid, I don't remember how much money for. Basically, I had almost nothing to do with this. Basically, this could be any design. This could be any of my designs, any of the ones stolen from whatever, and anybody could do this, and then anybody could just sell it, and then it would just get resold for $500 for fucking God knows what reason. And yeah, that pisses me off. And then I try to sell, I'll try to sell some original art or something, and then it doesn't sell for any higher than like $60, and I'm just like, okay, that's weird. But it's an interesting position, because I think we've already discussed how, like, again, when you're an artist, that while you're alive, there is no real shortage of your work because you just keep making it. But then when you're gone, people are like, oh, he stopped making it, so now it's worth something. So it's like, God damn it. So basically it's weird. There's so many catch-22s. The more prolific you are during your lifetime, the less value your work has. But then after you die, it's going to be worth something. It's going to be worth more, hopefully, just by default. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to be able to draw very much more of this today, just because, I don't know, I don't feel very good. But I got a lot of other crap I got to do today. So that's... Fuck. Yeah. Okay. Let's, what do I got? 4. It's enough to raid someone, right? Oh, dude, you didn't derail me. It's all good. No, I enjoy talking about it because, again, it's the only way, I guess, I'm going to raise any awareness about it. So, yeah. Okay, let's go over to Gil Illustrator, see what he's doing. I thank you all for joining me today. I'm sorry that I was such a Debbie down in the dumps. I won't see you tomorrow, because tomorrow is it's my Latin temper. It's true. I won't see you tomorrow, but I will see you after tomorrow. Okay. Bye now. My art can help a little bit.